Hi Gemini, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot reading for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thanks to everyone for all the support. This is fun. I appreciate you all a great deal. And if you are new here, welcome. I post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. So if a reading doesn't fit, just come back in a couple of days and watch a new reading. Fridays are always a general reading. So today's reading will bring in aspects of career, money, love, and everything in between. Mondays are different every week. So one week it'll be a detailed Celtic cross style reading. Could be a love reading. I do a law of attraction tarot card reading. And back in the end of August, I did a 4-month predictive for the months of September through December. If you haven't seen that, it's in a playlist if you're interested. And if you like tarot and you like the channel, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to Higher Source Tarot. All right, what advice do you have for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Gemini need to know, please? For the best and highest good of all concerned with Gemini. Messages. Whoops, we had a jumper. I don't know if you saw him come out. Messages do you have for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, so we will start here with the tarot, and then we'll have the angel answers. You've got the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, you've got Death here, and we've got the 3 of Cups. So 3 of Pentacles, pardon me on that. Very interesting reading. I think I was looking at this. You know, some of you, if you had a breakup, you're gonna have a new love interest coming in here. Now, for some, it could be reconciliation. I do feel like this person hasn't given up. Somebody here, the love is still here, okay? So we've got Scorpio here. We've got Earth, quite a bit of Earth and fire going on here, and a little bit of water too. So with this, Page of Cups here, it's new energy coming in. Pages are not immature necessarily. It's really more about developing, all right? Then when the tarot was made, a position of a page was considered to be noble. I mean, that was, working for the royal family. This was a wonderful position to have. So it's a messenger, and I'm telling you, there's something with love here. So if it's developing something new or even a reconciliation, I do feel like this person is keeping tabs on you. They have not stopped thinking about you. And they're not, I feel like they don't come forward yet. Like if it's reconciliation, they're keeping tabs on you but may not have said anything. Well, with the 10 of Wands, the struggle is going to be over, whatever this is about for you. And you have it multiple times here, by the way. This kind of bit of a challenging energy with the Wands. But this is all about that conquering spirit, okay? So with this 10 of Wands, if it's a move or something financial, with that 7, 10, 3 of Pentacles, the money's coming, I'll tell you that. The wait is going to be over on this. And so I do feel like with this too, it's going to be one of those periods where you look back and say, I did it. If there was a little bit of a gap in income or some kind of a change, I just feel like there's some change involved or associated with this. Or if it's moving for some of you, and that's been a very challenging search and challenging process, this is the indication of that. But with the 7 of Pentacles, money, you've got this, which is really nice. Okay, in the tarot, we've got money that grows on trees, and it actually rains money in the tarot. So I will say, we'll take out this little jumper. I mean, this is still about law of attraction energy. So those of you too, that it's about reconciliation or meeting someone, the wait is over. That 7 of Pentacles are also about manifesting. And so that 7 is a wonderful number in the tarot, and it's that indication that there's been a delay here. So I do get that very strongly, that whatever it is that you've been working for, you've been hoping, you've been asking for, you've been working like hell on your subconscious, saying, bring it in now, whoever that is, here it comes. And so with this 7 of Pentacles, it's not just the money, but it's also about manifesting. And I do feel for somebody here, it's really about love. And so the 10 of Pentacles is such a wonderful card. It is the wealth card, but it extends far more to just financial gains. Those of you, though, that it's about a house or something, I do feel like for somebody, if it's been a house or a project where you finally completed it, this is the completion of it. This 10 here, we've got 10s are about completion. I think I maybe didn't say that in the starting of a new cycle. And so the Wands and Pentacles too are really great energies together. So with this 10, I do feel like it's you feeling that appreciation, being in harmony. And it's also too, if it's something to do with work, it feels more like a financial deal to me than work. But I will say in terms of work too, if it's been money that was promised you and it was not, and you've had to keep asking for it and reminding, and even if it was an old job where you didn't get paid for something in a timely way, here's where the money comes in. But ultimately too, this 10 of Pentacles is a card of appreciation. And so part of this is spirit guiding you and saying, be in appreciation for all that you have. Being in that place where you acknowledge all the things that you've already attracted, because you're a magnet. That's what you really are. You are a co-creator with this universe. So there is no limit. You can have, do, or be anything. So this 5 of Cups, I get this a couple of different ways. The first impression was somebody around you. Those of you that it's reconciliation, it feels more like the person who is looking to come back. But I do feel like in reconciliation, you got feelings too. I don't feel like it's completely one-sided. But it really is about taking that first step, right? That instead of looking at what's happened, admiring the problem is what we call this. It's really about looking at the solution. Now, those of you too, if you have had a delay, I feel like they're trying to discourage being in this energy too much. 5s are about change. And so the more that this, we've put our attention on these downward cups, these spilled cups, the more delay we produce, because we say, well, it hasn't had, look at all this, right? And so that just puts that energy out into the universe. We don't want that. But I do feel like for somebody here, you've got a turning point in terms of money or whatever effort you've been putting forth. That turning point comes in. And so with this 3 of Wands, this is another one. I know that people are like, I am not in a reconciliation. I want nothing to do with it. But I have to keep telling you, here we go again. I should name this reading, Here We Go Again, because it keeps coming up in the damn cards. I love these cards, but this is also, too, there's a waiting, but it's an unbothered energy. So we're not waiting and, he's not shaking the wand violently or anxiously bending it in half. He's just waiting, saying, I know this is happening. This is a card, too, though. Those of you in terms of money where you knew it was going to work out, let it flow in, allow it to come forward. But this is, it's like you've taken the action, you've done what you needed to do, and here it comes. So the 7 of Wands, speaking of action, now the 7 of Wands, it's an interesting card because this really is a card of being in alignment. Wands are about expansion, growth, 7's victory, success. And so with this, you'll see these short little wands. Those are just day-to-day life's problems. So when you're in 7 of Wands, you're going to navigate this. So again, this is not a journey that's been free of problems. It's clearly in the cards. And I feel it too, those little delays, those little setbacks. But because you're in alignment, you find the solutions faster. This is not 5 of Cups compatible. Okay, this is not staring at problems. So if you have somebody around you, especially if you are, let's say you're in a relationship and it's a house thing that we were just talking about and your partner is 5 of Cups about it, I do feel like it's this let's not keep admiring the problem and we got to move forward. I do feel like that this is more compatible with your energy. So with this, with the Death card here, this is one of the most transformational cards of the deck. This is letting go of the past. It's a rebirth and a new life. So those of you that it's reconciliation, this is very important. It's this skeleton represents your higher self telling you to let go of something, and you climb over the wreckage of the past because there's a dawn of a new day. But this is also an indication too that your ships are coming in. So we want to be in alignment. So just like all the other cards that we talked about, the symbolism, death is the only place in the world that I know that tarot is the only place where we welcome this with open arms. And so with this, you're going to have new from the old, okay? We must die to be reborn. It's letting go of the old to bring in the new. And you've got that dawn of a new day. So those of you too, where it goes back to something with money or a house, It's wonderful with this Three of Pentacles energy. It's very harmonious. It's collaborative. It's cooperative. And so it shuts the door to some extent on that Seven of Wands. You have to negotiate. You have to navigate. But here is where it all really comes together with this Three of Pentacles. Very harmonious energy. Those of you in a relationship or starting something new with that Page of Cups, I didn't give a lot of attention to that, and I apologize to new people. It really, I do feel like you're very compatible. This is about building a future, and I still feel like for reconciliation, there's something about the understanding that two of you had between each other that it like carries it into the past. It's like that unconditional element. There's something there for reconciliation, folks, about that unconditional regard is what you keep going back to. And it doesn't mean it's bad. I just get that that's what it really is part of that draw. And so let's see here, you guys, what the angels have to say for you. All right, what does Gemini need to know, please? What advice do you have for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh. Okay, you have here, it's up to you, okay? So I mentioned somebody here, I think I did mention there's something about initiation here. So ask, ask and they'll tell you, ask for the direction on that. They say be assertive, okay? It keeps coming up. It's up to you, be assertive. So that Seven of Wands, I mentioned it's your energy. That might really serve you well, because if you have something in terms of money that's been delayed, it may be your persistence that really pays off with that. You've got trust, so trust that the universe hears you and answers your calls. The universe answers you. Your heart's desires are just an ask away. They say that you're ready, Gemini. And you've got don't stop. So the angels too, I do feel like that energy of moving forward is very clear here. Good things are on the way for you. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.